What is up, social mafia? Since we are locked down at our homes and producing content for Instagram is getting harder and harder, I decided to make this video and share with you 20 ideas that you can replicate on your Instagram with minimum props at home. Let's begin. What is up, social mafia? Welcome to #1 YouTube channel about social media marketing for small businesses. If you clicked on this video, you probably already have a business or you're planning to have one and you're interested how to leverage this social media to grow your business, and especially Instagram. This YouTube channel dedicated fully on that. And if you are not subscribed yet, don't forget to click this subscribe button and hit the notification bell button to not miss any of my videos. This video is not only for business owners but also for creators on Instagram. However, business owners can also replicate those images that and ideas that I'm going to share with this video. So keep on watching, and if you have any questions, drop me in the comments. Guys, if you think that staying at home is a good reason to stop producing content, you're so wrong, because there are so many cool ideas that you can do yourself without even asking someone, without having too much things to prepare and having a lot of props. There are really a lot of cool ideas that I'm going to share in this video, and I choose and pick those ideas that are very simple to replicate, to make something similar with minimum effort, and you can even do it with tripod. Actually, I want to share with you the tripod that I use myself. Sometimes I use my husband. Always this one is a good helper for me. So you can even use a cup or something like this, because I purchased it actually very recent, this little cool thing. But I was using cups and putting my phone somewhere on the spot where it's gonna stand, where I wanted to stand. Just be creative. And if you don't have a remote control or how you can take a picture, the first thing is you can use your headphones. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with AirPods, but if you use your headphones with the cable connecting, you can use the buttons to adjust the volume as a button to take pictures, as well as you can use a video format. So you just put your phone and then make a video, and then out of the video you make screenshot. Don't forget to not move too fast, because then your picture is going to be blurry, but that's what I do. Normally I turn on my camera on the video mode, and then I take pictures, try to move slow, and then I can take a screenshot of the shots that I really like. So, and let's begin with the picture #1. I'm just gonna use my phone to look on it and show you all the images. And the first image is a girl in a towel. I think that looks pretty cool. And once you take a shower, just put a lipstick, and here, guys, it's ready. Don't forget to use a good lighting. Best would work is when you stand in front of the window, when you have a good lighting, and that works super well. It's super easy to make, and yeah, go ahead and do that. The second idea I found super cool is with a cup of coffee in the morning with a hair bun. All you need to do is grab a cup of coffee, turn your camera and start doing it. Again, don't forget about lighting. And here you can see some shadows. I feel like pictures with shadows give this a really nice Parisian vibe, so don't be afraid of shadows, and use it as well in your picture. This idea I like super much to show your working place environment and how you work. Open your laptop, take a book or a notebook where you take notes, and you can pop up your picture idea with some cool stuff. Like here you can see this little sticky notes, for example, just as an idea. The other picture is wearing a face mask. I see a lot of pictures like this on Instagram, and they get a lot of engagement, which is, I think, is super cool. I'm actually planning to take one of those for my Instagram account, which I think is pretty cool, because I like to put face masks a lot in the morning. So I'm just gonna grab a coffee and take a picture of that. This one I find super cool. It's like more for creative minds. You just need nice makeup and a glass of water. That's all you need, and then you just place the camera in front of the glass of water, so you have the best shot and the best angle. Making breakfast or any kind of food, walking in your pajama, that's also a super good shot. You can see that here is a lot of movement, so go ahead and just move yourself, but the only thing you need to find a good spot and put your camera somewhere where you can have this angle, at least half of your body visible for this picture. The next idea is sitting on the couch with your laptop or with the book. That's also pretty cool from my point of view, and not hard to make at all. This one is for creative minds. I find it super cool, and I would like to replicate this picture. So all you need actually is having a really nice posture, using a chair as a props and a lot of books. So I think all that you have at home, you can substitute with newspapers or anything that comes in your mind. This one, I also like it super much because it's very simple, being laying on the bed or on the couch, just kind of to take a selfie, and it's a really nice angle, not like as we used to see, turned in another direction, and this already makes the picture super interesting, and you want to see those details. She has hair on her face, which is also make it not so boring, and then this really nice mixture of texture of the couch or whatever it is, and the silky bow. Actually, there is one trick if you combine different textures that look super nice. So don't use one texture, use several to make the picture more interesting. This one is super nice and super easy to make as well. Once in the evening you open a bottle of wine and pour a little bit of wine in your glass, and then take a newspaper, and here you go, the super cool shot is ready. This one, I also see a lot of picture like this on Instagram. It's also super easy to make, but it's at the same time it's super interesting. You want to look at this image, it's interesting, it has a lot of details. Just to take a little mirror, put it on the surface with a nice texture. It can be even a blanket. I have also a picture like this on my Instagram account, and yeah, just pose, and all you need to do is kind of to take a selfie in the mirror. This one is more detailed shot. As I said, it's super easy to make as well. You just need to put a nice dress, grab a coffee or anything as a prop. It can be even book, and then sit in front of the window with a good lighting, so you have this really nice light on your skin. This one is I like super much because it has a lot of movement, it has a lot of details, and it's also really easy to make. You just sit on the floor next to a couch and then put all the, you know, like laptop, pens, notebooks, and even some sweets, as you can see on the picture. Someone is giving the sweets to a person. It's just a really very easy to replicate, but it kind of shows this working environment and makes you to work. So it's kind of, there's a story on this picture. This one as well, from your office, just grab again a cup of coffee, put a notebook, open your laptop, and here you go. A picture of the flat lay is ready. Also super easy to make. What I highly recommend you to use is the surface that is has a solid color like white, because like here I don't like it too much. For me, it would be nice if the surface of the table would be purely white or flat without any pattern on it. So make sure to use something that is not disturbing too much. And this one is super cool. This is probably one of my favorite one in the bath. So probably it's a little bit hard to make so much foam. However, you can just take a selfie of yourself like this, and then using such app as PixArt, you just go ahead and search for foam, bath foam, and then you put this foam around your face. It's kind of like a very simplified version of Photoshop if you don't work in Photoshop. But I personally love this image, and I think I'm gonna try to make something like this. This picture is also super interesting. However, it's really easy and simple to make. You can see here a few details, is that the surface is a bit wrinkled, which makes it really interesting. The object is not just still, but it's getting milk in the cup. It makes it more actionable, the picture, so it does not look boring at all, and it's also very easy to replicate. This one I also find it super cool and quite easy to make. So once you read a book, or you take a book just for a picture if you're not reading books, and then you can also see a little bit blurry background of the feet and the cup, which makes the picture is also a lot more interesting. And of course some more detailed pictures that is also not super hard to make, but again, be very careful with lighting, because in product photography, in the detail photography, it's really important to have good lighting. So try to make it in front of the window where you have good lighting. Here you can see also very soft shadows. You see a lot of details, a lot of texture. You have two textures, you have books, you have really different details, and you have main details as rings and necklace as a main focus, and you have something in the background. It's a good combination of colors and lighting. So it's just use it as a reference if you want to make something like this. You need a lot of details to make it work nice. And shoot a breakfast that you have. I really like this picture because it's very simple. However, this layout of newspapers make it so interesting. If it would be just on the white table, it would be a little bit boring. The newspapers give it really interesting look. I also like this kind of images that has really interesting shadows. The picture itself is very boring from my point of view, but this really cool shadows give it a really interesting look. The best shadows from my experience are those shadows that are around 4 or 5 p.m. The most kind of soft ones, and then you take something that might give you shadows. For example, we have blinds in our bedroom, and it gives super beautiful shadows on the bed. At this time you can use like in this example, plant as a shadow blind, and then you just need to play how you place it with the angle. And yeah, here we go. It's quite easy to make, and you can also take something that has holes in it. I know there are like curtains with holes that would also give really interesting shadow look for your picture. Alright guys, these were 20 ideas for you to replicate it, and if you decided to pick any of this idea, make sure to comment it below and share with me your Instagram account, so I would be really interested to go ahead and check your works and publish the most interesting ones are in my Instagram stories. That was it for today. I hope this video was useful for you, and if there is any comments or question, make sure to write it below, and as well as if you have any topics you want me to cover in my future videos, make sure to write them again in the comments below, because I create content based on your requests.